Now, what do you want me to do? Next thing, I don't do your own. Next thing, he won't feed family now. He don't go into kidnapping and all. Not just only this guy. A lot of times, you go see.
Yeah, I said, okay. You kill somebody, you want to make me. I didn't tell him, guy. I didn't tell him, guy, you want to kill someone because the plan was not to kill someone. What was the plan? I said, guy.
Welcome to Africa Today Crime Channel. Do you know liking our video helps it grow faster? Please, today don't forget to like our video, subscribe and share. Thank you.
He was a hard-working bar owner in Mushin, Lagos. But on the 9th of March 3rd, 2017, the place that gave people laughter, drinks and music turned into the scene of his last breath. And the shocking truth, his own employee, a boy he had fed and housed, was behind it. This is the story of how a 20-year-old barman, Precious Victor, joined hands with friends, plotted against his boss, and ended up watching him bleed to death. King's Bar at Anifowoshe in Mushin was a popular joint. Every evening, the music came alive. Customers filled the chairs, bottles clinked, and the smell of grilled meat mixed with cigarette smoke. Precious was one of the boys running the bar. He served drinks, cleaned tables, and even slept in a small room at the back of the premises. To the public, he looked loyal, but deep inside, anger was growing. He was tired of the job. He wanted money, quick, not salary, not savings. He wanted his boss, Tajuddin, also to hand him cash, 63,000 naira. That was the figure in his mind, and to get it, he would do anything. At first, Precious thought he could scare his boss. Just a small threat, get the cash and run away. But he knew he could not do it alone. So he whispered the plan to his friend Kelechi, who lived with him in the bar's small quarters. And when one of their regular customers, Ahmed, came around, drinking as usual, Precious shared the idea with him too. Ahmed said yes, even though he didn't know how serious it really was. From that moment, the plan grew darker. I never wanted to kill him. All I wanted was the money, 63,000 naira. Just that. We agreed to scare him a little. I even stayed in the kitchen when it started, but everything went wrong that night. It was Friday evening. Customers were coming and going. Music filled the air. Precious stayed hidden in the kitchen while Kelechi made the first move. Kelechi grabbed a bottle and smashed it on the boss's head. The sound of glass broke through the bar. Also staggered, shocked, he was bleeding, angry and confused. The boss shouted, "Precious, you people want to kill me." Precious rushed out, his boss wounded but still strong, grabbed him by the waist and bit him hard in the stomach. He dragged Precious like a man fighting for his life. Precious cried out, trying to push him off. Kelechi joined in, trying to free Precious from the boss's grip, but also refused to let go. In that chaos, in that struggle, everything turned deadly. Kelechi pulled a knife, 2 quick strikes to the stomach. Blood poured. The bar owner fell. He gasped for breath. But it was too late. Within minutes, the man who once gave orders, served drinks, and controlled the bar lay lifeless on the same ground where his business had stood.
Yeah, I said, okay. You kill somebody, you want to make me. I didn't tell him, guy. I didn't tell him that you want to kill someone because the plan was not to kill someone. What was the plan? I said, guy, me and this my guy want to carry out one deal in the evening. That was what I said. I said, you go show. He said, if the deal involve money, I said, involve money, go show. He said, okay, go show. That was what the thing. That's why I said, he understand when I said it was a deal. Say, you go show. So it's not the deal to go to Tantala. That's why I say he understand. That's what I'm saying.
He never said he had a plan.
He said, I never said he had a plan. Ask him this question. When the to know what I'm saying is truth here to confirm my sincerity. When he came in the evening, when the soldier came, I told the soldier that this is the driver to my boss. He concur, cause in the evening when he came, in the morning when he came, I've already narrated. I told him then well, that's why the soldier allowed him to drive the car. The soldier said, is it the driver? He said the one that bought the car. The soldier also say, and I gave him the key. So it's not something maybe I'm trying to complicate the matter. I said all the facts to the police there, so I'm not trying to cover up any risk.
Your boss has been stabbed before you decided to move the car.
Yes, he has been stabbed. Actually, it's a white car. He just bought the car that day. It was Kelechi.
Okay, sorry, let me ask you. At the point where you've already killed your boss before you came to him.
Yes. Come outside. Yes. He was not this. He was at the back.
But excuse me, when you told me to drive and we left with the vehicle, did you tell me that your boss is dead? To be sincere, did you tell me anything about that?
I didn't tell him my boss is dead. To be sincere, I didn't tell him. What I didn't tell him, I won't come here and say I didn't tell him, because why? Once he knows that he knew about the plan. So when he came, he didn't know the initial plan. Maybe we'll kill some. His own was just that money was involved. So that was it. So when he came, it was at the hotel we were supposed to tell him. But when Kelechi lied down on the bed and I was sitting down, he was just taking his beer. Then Kelechi was cracking his head to look for the next step to do. So that was it.
Okay, so he didn't know. Wait, my dear, he didn't know that you were out to kill.
He didn't know we were out to kill.
Silence filled the bar. Chairs stood empty. The music had stopped. Precious stood frozen, his hands shaking. He hadn't planned for blood. He hadn't planned for death. Kelechi ran immediately. Ahmed, who had been drinking earlier, grabbed the car keys and started the vehicle. Precious jumped in, and together they fled the scene, leaving their boss bleeding to death in his own bar. Ahmed confessed, "I didn't know he was going to kill someone. He only told me he wanted to do something. I said yes because I thought it was a small thing. That night I was drinking in the bar. He asked me to help him drive. I agreed. By the time he came out, he was shaking. I never knew it was murder." The crime shocked Mushin. People could not believe it. The man who trusted his worker had been betrayed inside his own bar. Police began their investigation. Witnesses spoke, stories spread, and soon Precious and Ahmed were tracked, arrested, and paraded before journalists at the Lagos State Police Command headquarters. The Commissioner of Police, Fatai Awoseni, promised justice. He said the suspect would be charged to court after investigation. Why would a young man kill the very person who gave him work and shelter? Precious never gave a straight answer. He only said he wanted the money for different things. Maybe debt, maybe pleasures, maybe nothing clear. But the truth is simple. Greed and impatience mixed with violence, and it ended in death. This story is not just about one murder in a Mushin bar. It is about betrayal, desperation, and choices that can't be undone. A boss lost his life, a worker lost his freedom, and a community lost its peace. When trust is broken by greed, when threat turn into violence, no one wins. He was just 20 years old, but with one night's decision, he crossed a line that will follow him forever. Thank you guys for watching this video up to this extent, and please don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notification bell icon for more videos, and also like this video and share it to everyone around you, your friends, your relatives, so that they can watch and learn from it as well. Have a wonderful time and stay vigilant.